Hello everybody out there, this is Josh with JDM TV. Welcome to Western Washington. It's cloudy today and we're heading into winter, so I wanted to upload a video to highlight one of the things that's been bringing me some joy lately, which is my 1986 Nissan 720 pickup. I've been fixing up for about the last 4 months. I bought it back in July, it's now November. Picked it up about 100 miles away from home, rented a U-Haul trailer, dragged it home with my Lincoln Mark LT pickup. Before I bought this truck, I had a real itch to get another vintage Japanese vehicle. I've owned a few in the past, some old Datsuns and Toyotas. So for a while I'd just been kind of wanting one of these old trucks again. I looked at one that was very similar to this. It was blue. I think it was an 85 rather than an 86. It had been repainted like this one, so it looked good on the outside. Took that one for a test drive. It had over 200,000 original miles on it. Owner claimed the top end had been rebuilt. It was kind of an incomplete project. The suspension felt terrible. The steering felt terrible. I was smoking, didn't idle properly, things like that. Passed that truck. A few days later, saw this one online. It was one of those ads that there wasn't a lot of information and the pictures weren't great, but I liked the looks of the truck, so I felt confident enough to rent a trailer and I went down there. So a few of the things I've done since I bought it. I discovered upon bringing this truck home that, well, the previous owner had done very little to it. He was the second owner and he just kind of had it sit for 3 years. 116,000 original miles. Yeah, guy I got it from was the second owner. He just kind of had it sit in his driveway. He never did anything with it. So I started tearing into it, doing a tune-up, and really discovered that very little had been done in the way of maintenance in the last long time. Spark plugs were all old and rusty. I busted one of them off. There's that one there, whichever one that one is. So I got to learn how to extract a spark plug. Did that successfully. I was super excited. Replaced the oxygen sensor. That was another challenge. Sensor light was on the truck. My understanding is those are just run off the odometer. It turns on at 90 or 100,000 miles and it never turns off again. It's a reminder to replace the O2 sensor. So I replaced the O2 sensor and took the bulb out of the light and the instrument panel. Yeah, other than that, oil changes, tightened up the power steering belt, cap and rotor wires, new fuel filter, new fuel pump in the back. Did all that stuff. Did a valve adjustment. There was kind of a tick towards the back end of the motor back here. I had some loose valves back there. Ended up actually got that right on the second attempt because I also had a problem with the thermostat. The truck was not warming up properly. I discovered the thermostat was actually dislodged in the housing and allowing coolant to pass above it. So the truck was never warming up. So the first time I tried the valve adjustment, as you can see here, you're supposed to do it when it's warm. Maybe that's not focusing very well, but in any case, you do the valve adjustment when the truck is at operating temperature. So my first attempt failed because the truck was not achieving operating temperature. So after I replaced that thermostat, adjusted the valves again, came out really good. Engine sounds smooth now. Truck still wasn't running that great, so I bit the bullet and I did the Weber carb conversion. So just did that in about the last week or so. and I'm very happy with it. I was intimidated by it, all the vacuum lines and things that had to be eliminated, but actually once I got in there, it was simpler than I thought it would be. The big issue, and this is common I think, is people have issues with this throttle linkage getting stuck. I found it imperative to use this supplied bracket to install a throttle return spring. I used that spring is just salvaged off the original carburetor. I found that to be critical to get this carb running right and to get it to return to idle properly. Yeah, as you can see, the interior's nice. It's got a sub. That was from the previous owner. I'll start it up. Okay, here we go. I've done some other things. I added this rear view mirror, replaced the shifter, so I had one with the shift pattern on it again. That part, they get lost. Yeah, haven't done too much more. Well, I had to have the muffler replaced. The exhaust was all rotted out. And before I replaced the carburetor, I had myself convinced that the cat was bad. So I had a shop delete the cat. So that's where we're at now. No cat. But I'm gonna have a cat reinstalled here soon, next week. Yeah, she purrs. Really quiet. Very happy with this truck now. Very happy. Anyway, that's all I've got for y'all today. The truck isn't as clean as it usually is. Forgot to mention I put tires on it. I do have more. Ball joints. I did ball joints and tie rods, both sides and the front. Another critical piece to get this truck back in good roadworthy condition. Shocks too. I also did shocks all the way around. So yeah, there you have it. Trying to get this channel established. I have a few other vehicles that I might do walk around type videos with. If anybody's out there watching this, please leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the truck. Let me know what you think of my video. If you want some more content like this, let me know. Everybody, have a great weekend.